be doing that, right?
Yeah. So do that.
So I don't have to say any of the
No.
stuff on top.
No. That. And that. And then stop.
Right.
Okay.
Go back down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Okay. So you can just leave that there and follow along with the service for everything else. That's perfect. Thank you, Alex. Do those handheld mics work for the debate or no? Yes?
Everything works not just in the house.
These two mics?
Yes.
Okay.
So the choice is there. Hello. Shabbat shalom. I just, gotta make sure I turn my. So, Sue, who are you doing the debate with? Me? What do I don't understand. Oh, Donald Trump. Yeah, I had to delete it up, and I was able to use the internet to my
Yes.
I was gonna read that, but if you want, and it is,
You don't want to go with Josh. Oh, he's so silly. Oh well, just have to deal.
Hazan,
It's almost that time, isn't it?
almost that time. Oh, I'm not tall enough to see the people over this podium. Hi, everyone.
Oh, come on. Not yet. You're gonna start?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we
Just
got
making sure.
a little under a minute, but yes, I think that would be a good idea. Oh, wait, I don't need this for this.
It looks like it's that time. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
Welcome, welcome. Whether you're here in person or online, whether you're tuning in as a regular Sinai goer, a guest, a mourner, or a specifically fan of Alex Lineweber's, or you just happen to find us on YouTube, whatever it is, we're glad you're here. We're glad you found us, and you can be here with me, Rabbi Khan, and Hazan Cliff Abramson. Before we get started, I just have to say what a wonderful and silly Purim we had last night. Well done, Hazan, yes. I trust that everyone's celebrations continued throughout the day today. And you might not be aware, but in Jerusalem, and in Shushan for that matter, Purim is delayed until Saturday night and Sunday. This is called Shushan Purim. And it means that this Shabbat, in some ways, we are surrounded by the holiday of topsy-turviness. So tonight is a very unique, one-of-a-kind, probably never going to happen again, topsy-turvy Purim Shabbat. And so we begin now with how we usually end, Ein Keloheinu.
Are you sure it's okay?
Are you asking my permission?
Well, it's just, I don't
Is
want
it okay
some...
with God? I guess we'll find out. Let's see if lightning strikes.
I'm so afraid of some cantor's ghost from the past. I trust your judgment here, though.
Okay.
Here we go, everybody.
Ein Keloheinu, ein Adonenu, ein Kemalkeinu, ein Mosheinu. Ein Keloheinu, ein Adonenu, ein Kemalkeinu, ein Mosheinu.
Judaism believes in the particularity of time, that certain times have special spiritual properties, that Shabbat has an extra degree of holiness, that Pesach, Passover, is the time of our liberation, that Shavuot is an unusually conducive time for revelation. But they have these special properties only when we are mindful. If we consciously observe Shabbat or celebrate and enjoy, Shabbat has this holy quality. If we don't, it is merely Friday night, merely Saturday afternoon. While Hazan offers a little bit of a song, in a moment we're going to invite up our bat mitzvah girl, Alex Lineweber, and her parents and brothers.
This is for you guys. It's a theme. It's a nigun to get you in the mood for lighting. Yeah. I don't think you'll recognize it. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I better stop. I'm getting carried away.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Thank you, line webbers. And having officially welcomed Shabbat by lighting our candles, we now do the most Purim thing possible, and we read this beautiful reading about Havdalah, the ceremony which we use to mark the end of Shabbat each week. Praise the before, praise the after, praise the time in between. I construct 4 walls and a roof and no windows. I put in only one door, open it once a year, and never go in. Inside the walls, holy of holies. Outside the walls, everything else. All I did was build a temple. I buy some fabric, I put fringes on the corners and cover myself with the cloth. Inside the cloth, I pray. Outside the cloth, I gossip. But all I did was cover myself. I have a candle, wine, and sweet-smelling spices. I smell the spice that I light. Smell the spice that I light the candle and dip it in the wine. Before sunset, mindfulness and rest. But after sundown, a week of new mistakes. And all I did was wait for it to get dark. Praise Kadosh, the holy. Praise Hol, the mundane. Praise Hamabdil ben Kodesh Lachol, that which differentiates them. Amen.
Amen.
We invite all who are able to please rise for Baruch Hu. Children and the folk who last night, drinking fireballs, gave Esther a toast. Listen to your heart as it squirms with opposition, thinking, this isn't Shabbat, where is all the tradition? Listen to your voice as you hear it proclaim, Adonai is my God, for this I have no shame. We now invite Alex to come up and lead us in Shema. You can do it if you want.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed.
You may be seated.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levacha uvechol nafshecha uvechol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'elet asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantan levanecha v'dibartam bam B'shivtecha b'beitecha, uvleftecha b'derech, uvshoftecha uvkumecha, ukshartam leot ayadecha, v'hayu letotafot bein einecha, uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uvisharecha. Leman tiskeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kedoshim lelo lechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem Elohechem, Asher Hotzeitietem Me'eretz Mitzrayim, Liot Lachem Lelohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem.
We turn now to Mi Chamocha.
Purim is such a happy time. Happy kept coming into my head, and now it will yours too.
Well done, Pharrell. We love it.
Toda rabah, toda rabah.
So our next prayer is Vishamru, but the thing we decided to do silly for Vishamru was Hazan's idea, so I'm going to let him explain it to everyone at home.
Yeah. It's my idea, it's my fault, and I'm really happy about it. It's a little bit of a game. I'm going to sing Vishamru, and Vishamru is a very important word. It means, to guard, in this case, to guard Shabbat, but also to guard Purim. And so, in honor of the spirit of Purim, whenever I utter the word Vishamru, whatever you have in your hand, whether it is Kool-Aid, Slivovitz, Crown Royal, Jack Daniels, Bloody Mary, doesn't matter, you must take a drink. Now, I will tell you in all fairness that most of you know this song, and so I'm not going to limit the Vishamrus just to what's in the song. Here we go.
Oh, wait, one other thing before we get started. As long as we're drinking and toasting, we also want to be toasting to Barry Napshin and Paula Spitani, who both will be turning 91 tomorrow. A little birdie whispered that in my ear. So have a drink for Paula and for Barry.
Well, they too should have, to do the game.
Oh, I'm sure they're going to play the game.
Okay, very cool. All right, here we go, everybody. This is easy. It starts out with it. Vishamru,
That's good. Hope everyone at home fared better than me. Okay. Well, I wanted to share that the name Purim is actually a really funny name for a holiday. You see, back in our Purim story, when Haman chooses the date for his planned destruction for our community, he does so by drawing lots, basically by choosing a date out of a hat. The Hebrew word for lots is Purim, hence the name of the holiday. And the date that was supposed to be our annihilation became a day of Jewish triumph. Purim is thus a day when we recognize that much in life is luck of the draw. It is a holiday built on the theme of how everything can be turned upside down in an instant. So we dress up and act crazy, and we do things backwards and inside out, all to examine our joy and to proclaim in this crazy world, we are glad we are here. We keep this in mind now as we prepare ourselves for Hatzafilah. We invite our bat mitzvah girl Alex to come forward again and lead us as our hearts and bodies rise and we stand and praise God together.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Hasei Avot Ve'imahot, Umevi Geula, Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo, V'Ahava, Melech Hozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei Hakol Atah, Rav Lehoshia, Mechakel Hayim Bechesed, Mechayei Hakol Berachamim Rabim, Zomech Noflim Verofei Cholim, Umatir Asirim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot, Umido Melech, Melech Memid, Umechayem, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lechachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayei hakol.
Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh v'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha sela. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. You may be seated. There is one thing that is no joke. and that is how much we long for our world to know peace. We pray and beg that God will help humanity lead with our hearts so that one day we may all live together in harmony. A prayer for peace.
Sometimes I lay under the moon and thank God I'm breathing. Then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I'm here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all come around, 'cause all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day. Down. For when negativity's around, I know someday it'll all turn around, 'cause all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for all the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play. One day, one day.
Take those who are sick and nahafok hu, as we're taught on Purim, to turn it around, to change it, to make them healthy, to make them strong. Please, God, heal them body and soul. Tonight, as a congregation, we are praying for Rick Albright, Jay Berkowitz, Freda Chalfin, Bruce Goldstein, Elliot Jadlow, Eldine Mole, Sharon Napshin, Jill Rabina, Ursula Rothy, Adam Swerdlow, Patty Testa, and Jane Zalkin. If there's a name of someone you're thinking of, I invite you to bring your thoughts and heart to them now as we join together in a Misha Berach Lecholim. And may the source of strength to bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and to let us say bless us all in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Now I want to take a moment to talk about something very important. With all the controversies in the world today, nationalism versus internationalism, free trade versus protectionism, right versus left, pear versus apples, none is more persistent and more important than the argument between the Laka and the Hamentashen. In 1946, the Laka-Hamentashen debate began and was co-founded at the University of Chicago by historian Louis Gottschalk, anthropologist Saul Tax, and Rabbi Maurice Pekarsky. They created the event during a time of loss and hope that were at the core of the post-war American Jewish experience. Since then, politicians, chefs, rabbis, actors, Nobel Prize winners, and university presidents have all taken part in this debate, applying their immense knowledge from their disciplines in an attempt to persuade the community on which Jewish holiday delicacy, latkes or Hamentashen, should reign supreme. Tonight, we will once again, and decide for all whether or not our congregation believes that the savory latkes or the sweet Hamentashen deserve the crown. I invite our debaters to come forward, Uncle Adam Lineweber for the latkes, and Sue Hunting for the Hamentashen.
I'm on the far side. Right there. Okay. Oh,
You got props?
I told you I have props. Do you care which goes?
Moon.
They have to work.
Testing. Mine works. Does your work? I turned yours off.
Why don't you go first?
You want me to go first?
Sure.
I can go first.
Although Kazan says the Hamentashen has the home court advantage,
I agree. It's Purim.
being Purim. Really?
And I was married on Purim, so I think you should go first.
Oh, I don't know if that's such a good argument. Okay. All right. I guess you can't lick your fingers through a mask.
You can try. It'll be fun.
Yeah, there's so many things you can try. Okay, in the spirit of 1946, University of Chicago. Here we go. The glorious Hamentashen. Or for you German grammarians out there, the glorious Hamantash. Perhaps not as well known as matzah, as a Jewish holiday staple, it is nonetheless the quintessential Jewish cookie. And who doesn't love a cookie? Why, you may ask, do I call this delight quintessential? Because they're going to fall off. Because in all ways, it represents the Jewish people. Now, let's just skip over the origin of the name and the shape of these tasty treats. In German, Haman's pockets. In Hebrew, Haman's ears. Haman's three-cornered hat. I don't think we really know about the fashions of Shushan to make that claim. None of these really makes much sense anyway, so who cares? What's important is what they're made of and how they're made. So many different recipes, and I don't have to tell some of you because I know you do the baking. Let's see, dough made with butter or oil and lemon zest or orange juice or not, with baking powder or not, and fillings galore. Gone are the days of just poppy seed, or cherry or prune. We as a people have become so much more diverse and our palates more fun and sophisticated. Apricot, raspberry, apple, lemon curd, and then variations on the variations, like caramel apple, or peanut butter and jelly, and chocolate, and cannoli Hamentashen. And how about the savory ones? Boreka Hamentashen with spinach and feta. Taco Hamentashen, refried beans and guacamole. I didn't make these up. Or pizza Hamentashen, marinara and mozzarella. And my favorite new flavors for Purim 5781, pretzel bagel dog Hamentashen, and cotton candy topped, marshmallow filled unicorn Hamentashen. Really, wrap your head around that. You can check for, you have to see the visual. It's online. So much variety, so many different doughs and fillings to mix and match, just like the diversity within our community. But wait, don't forget we need to securely pinch our corners. Hamentashen and the Jewish people can only be as safe and secure as their corners. Be mindful of how and where we come together. Don't be afraid to use a little egg wash or water to guarantee we stick. Remember, strong corners make for a strong people. And there it is, Hamentashen, the quintessential Jewish cookie. I rest my case.
Well done. So now,
Yeah, no, you
is that how it works?
I
wasn't
yeah.
sure.
And then, we can
Are we
rebut
rebuttaling?
afterwards.
Oh, okay.
There you go now.
All right. Latkes. Boy, do I love latkes. Latkes are well defined. They are a potato pancake. Nice and simple. Hamentashen. What is Hamentashen? Nobody knows. Nobody. They're not ears. They're not the hat. They're not your pockets. Nobody knows. It's still a question undefined. Nobody can figure it out. Hamentashen are dangerous. They don't get it. People don't know. They're full of sugar and originally filled with poppy seeds. We saw what happens when you play with poppy seeds in The Wizard of Oz. You saw what it does to your mind. So you're telling me that just from that, we need to celebrate a holiday with an addictive drug. Okay, if we need to. The other thing is, if you eat too much Hamentashen, we'll call it Tashen for short to save some time, it can clog you up. It can clog up your system. Latkes free you from the excess oil, which we all know happens. To recap with Tashen, all right, let's lead with the fact that they cause confusion, constipation, and eventually lead to drug addiction. Latkes, they clean your mind and your body. They're offered year-round. How often do you go and go, I really wish I just had a Hamentashen? Silence. Right. How often would you like to eat a latke? Probably whenever they're offered. All right? Hence, they're on the menu at a lot of your favorite restaurants, which unfortunately we haven't been able to go to in a while, but you can order takeout. So latkes are year-round. And I even believe, if I remember correctly from my Jewish studies, Hanukkah is 8 nights of latkes, and Purim is 1 night of flour. Latkes are the healthier choice. They're vegan. They're gluten-free. They can be made just like with Hamentashen with multiple different products, but healthy products. So many ways to do them. Potatoes, they sustain life. Think about it. Back to Ireland with the potato famine. When there's no potatoes, 1 million people died. When you look at your sugarcane fields, and in Florida we have the hurricanes, they come through all the time. Nobody dies when sugarcane goes away. Just an observation. No deaths from loss of sugar. There may be some more addictions, but no loss of sugar. In addition to Tashen's already mentioned speed bumps and their wellness with us, their requirement of sugar adds to the problems. Health-wise, they cause diabetes, heart disease, dementia, and celiac disease. We should continue to eat these processed sugar cane that's used in them. In addition to that, we have the challenge that comes with refining your sugar, and this becomes an earth matter. and we care about the earth. The process to refine sugar is extreme, takes up a lot of resources, and is not necessary. When you eat a latke, you pull a potato from the ground, you peel it, you shred it, and you throw it in a frying pan with oil. I'm not sure how that works differently. Potatoes are also filled with 17 different nutrients and minerals. So, and again, the process to go from potato to latke is very simple. And so speaking of making the Hamentashen, when you're trying to pinch those nice corners to make your pockets, your ears, or your hat, if you make a boo-boo, what happens to that Hamentashen? Boom, in the garbage. What happens when you're making a latke and you make a boo-boo? Boom, hash browns, put it with some eggs. I'm not sure what else I need to say. Also, the fact that you can eat, besides eating latkes year-round, they are kosher for Passover. So, I'm done.
The only points I would take some exception to is latkes are really just potato pancakes in disguise. Okay, you slap on a Yiddishy name and suddenly it becomes this Jewish delicacy that you can even buy at Trader Joe's. So really, what's the big whoop here? And I don't know if in your family you are the latke maker, but latkes are a mess to make. You mentioned the peeling and the shredding and you didn't mention the draining and then the oil, and you end up with that smell and that film of potato starch over everything. Oi, so much easier to put something on a cookie sheet, stick it in the oven, and hope your corners are tight enough that you don't end up with puddles of jelly. And I would argue that latkes are not good for the environment. I would argue that because we know, it's been shown, that they actually increase the world's dependency on oil. And that's not good.
That was good. Well done.
Would you like to add anything?
All right.
Okay, and this whole idea about Hamentashen is a gateway drug.
Well, one link leads to another. Just saying. Gotta get your sugar somewhere,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, unless you're having those Bereka Hamentashen.
Right.
Yeah.
So, well stated, and I agree with some of those points. But last time I made a Hamentashen, I remember spreading a table full of flour and then beating that dough with the rolling pin. That seems equally messy, no?
Not like potato starch.
Right, well, potato
Oh my
starch,
gosh,
flour, they
right?
kind of get all over the place.
All right.
And then all those extra fillings that we started discussing, peanut butter and jelly, s'mores, this and that. I think I just started getting diabetes. Can you text my glucose? So I love my Hamentashen, but latkes just bring the family together. And here's one last thing. When you're dealing Hamentashen and you're giving them out, people take them. When you try to give out latkes, you don't give them out, you fight for them. There's nobody going. Who wants the last latke?
They're gone.
They're gone. All right.
Okay.
Okay, by a show of clapping, who thinks Hamentashen won the debate? Okay, by a show of clapping, who thinks latkes are our winner? I'm sorry, Sue, you put up a good fight, but
Believe me, I don't take it personally.
well done, Adam, well done. Latkes are the temple's favorite choice. We now want to invite Ellen Bender, our temple president, believe it or not, to come up and offer some announcements.
I was told to make a fool out of myself. I have. So, Hak Sameach, Purim Sameach, and Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to our topsy-turvy Shabbat service. I trust that you enjoyed our Latka versus Hamentashen debate, and I want to thank our terrific debaters, Sue Hunting and Adam Lineweber, for standing up here and making absolute fools of themselves on YouTube. It was great, serious fun. You each made an excellent case, but personally, it's hard to win against a poppy seed Hamentashen, from my perspective, every time. And the oil does splatter the hell all over the kitchen. So, in keeping with the spirit of the evening, I am thrilled to announce that, wait, hold on to your seats, put down whatever you're reading, stop eating your Hamentashen, get off the phone, quit playing words with friends, because we have thrown open our doors, and as of right this minute, membership to Temple Sinai is now free of charge. Yes, it's true. For right this minute, anyone who joins us, membership is free for life. Oh, you're already a member? I'm so sorry. And in 30 seconds, this frivolous, fun, fabulous freebie offer will expire. But we can dream on, and our doors are truly always open, no matter what anyone is able to pay, whether in person or virtually. We welcome you. So, aside from being a topsy-turvy, fun Shabbat evening, tonight is also very special, as it's the night before Alex Lineweber's becomes a bat mitzvah. And here with us in the sanctuary are many of her friends and family who are filled with pride at Alex's accomplishments and are looking forward to tomorrow. So, Bethany and Josh, Noah and Sage, Mazel Tov. Alex, becoming a bat mitzvah will bring you strength and courage throughout your life. Enjoy these special moments as you will savor them forever. Mazel Tov on this achievement. A special thank you to Anne and Leonard Schimberg for the very beautiful silk flower arrangements on the bima. Greatly appreciated, and a touch of class. Normally, this would be the time to start calling out all the events and programs that will occur next week and beyond, but in the last couple of months, our clever clergy have been bringing these programs to life, almost literally, with their lively morning What's Up video clip that arrives in your inbox every Monday and summarizes what's happening at Temple Sinai for the week. These clips are short and easily digested. I encourage you to open your email every Monday and get your weekly What's Up briefing. Of course, our website is chock full of information and should also be your go-to destination. So for God's sake, go to it. There is one program that I do want to highlight. We have an exciting 8-part weekly series coming to us April 7th that you must register for. Direct from Israel, we are going to be on a guided tour, historical and actual, of the state of Israel, past and present. On our website, click on the series announcement on the front page, and you will be treated to a most fascinating trailer that our very own Jamie Heisler created for this special series. It will grab you, as my father would say, in the kishkas. So register already. Now, on a serious note, I'm looking for a few good people to help us reimagine our new normal at Temple Sinai. If you are seriously interested in reflecting on what has worked and not worked during this pandemic year, and then shaping that information into envisioning our new normal, please email me. I'm in the directory. This is an opportunity to help create our future, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Tonight, we are greatly appreciative of our security team, Pearl Perlinsky, and our ushers, as well as our honorees. We could not be live from this sanctuary without you. Thank you for volunteering. Of course, a special thank you to both of our talented clergy, Rabbi Kahn and Chazan Abramson, for this creative and absolutely crazy Erev Shabbat service. You are quite a pair, you two. And one more thing, and this is truly breaking news. The Paycheck Protection Program, Round 2, a loan of $200,000 has just been deposited in the Temple bank account. And this is incredible news. Special thanks to Marv Rosen and Marion Siegel for their work on this. To all of you, I send a virtual hug. You are greatly missed. In the meantime, please get vaccinated, stay masked, and stay socially connected and physically distanced. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so much, Ellen. So I just want to say, I feel from all the laughter and joy in the room, I know that we are all feeling so holy right now. Not holes, but holy, like kadosh, right? I'm seeing some people unsure. Well, let me tell you, there is a Jewish mystical tradition in Kabbalah that you can obtain higher levels of holiness through laughter on Purim than prayer on Yom Kippur. Fasting and solemnity are not the only route to what's holy. This is actually just one reference to the comparison between these two different holidays, which we are taught can be understood as two halves of a whole. Now, this is not because someone is always passing out by the end of both, and it's not because the phrase the whole Megillah seems like it was created specifically for Yom Kippur services, but because in Torah, Yom Kippur is called Yom HaKippurim. In Hebrew, the letter Chaf can be used as a preposition meaning like or as. So Yom HaKippurim can be translated as a day like Purim. And 2 days that seem completely incompatible become inextricably linked to one another. And so tonight, we invite you to rise as we have a taste of the high holy days and sing Avinu Malkeinu.
Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu Vaneinu, Ki ein banu nasim, Asay imanu, Tzedaka v'chesed, Asay imanu, Tzedaka v'chesed, Ve'oshienu, Ki eivanu, Tzedaka v'chesed, Asay imanu, Tzedaka v'chesed, Ve'oshienu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Chaneinu Vaneinu, Ki ein banu nasim.
While our joy is overflowing, it's true that even in our happiest times, we remember the loved ones whom death has taken from us. As a congregation, we recall those recently laid to rest, remembering Alan Gersman, congregant, husband of Marty Gersman and brother of Don and Harriet Gersman, and Robert Safran, brother of Edward and Harriet Safran, uncle of Rebecca and Louis Cohn, and my uncle and friend, Larry Rosen. And we remember those who died at this season in years past, and as a congregation, we lovingly recall Hilda Bergman, Irving Bernstein, Nancy Blatt, Maxine Borstein, Julia Einstein, Rachel Epstein, Howard Harris, Bessie Kaufman, David Krantz, Ethel Kravitz, Alice Scope Levitch, Robert Lewison, Julius Lichterman, Carly Rose Marcus, Blanche Martin, Florence Miller, Harry Miller, Francis Miller, Rose Rice, Elaine Roberts, Rose Schwartz, Jerry Scissors, Sarah Shapiro, Mitchell Chapo, Sarah Shields, Alex Stanford, William Tepper, Louis Tolchinsky, and Robert Volk. The memories of all of them are with us. Our griefs and sympathy are mingled as we join together in the ancient words of Kaddish Yatom. Yekadal v'yekadash shemei Rabbah, v'almad yivrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'gadla v'yizman kariv v'yimru. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yirumam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei tekucha b'richu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Tamiram be'alma v'yimru. Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Osei shalom b'mromav. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Zichronam livracha. May the memories of our loved ones always bring joy to our lives. You may be seated, except for the line Webbers, and not all the line Webbers, sorry, for Alex and her parents and brothers. I mean, I know there's extra line Webbers in the room tonight. But they are going to lead us in Kiddush and Motzi.
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzah b'anu, b'shabbat kadsho le'ahava u'ratzon hifni lanu, zikaron lema'aseh b'reishit, ki hu yom tehillah lemikra'e kodesh, zecher l'tziat mitzrayim, ki banu v'charta, v'yatanu kidashta, mikol hamim, v'shabbat kashecha, v'ahava uvratzon, hinchatanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. And we have a treat for our closing song.
Yes. Rabbi, may I ask you a quick question, though?
That always makes me nervous, but of course.
Well, this is joy to the world, and I'm sure you would agree with me that, among other things, there is joy in knowledge, right?
Absolutely.
So I have this problem every year. I hear that the holiday is about when they draw Lot. Now, I know his wife was turned to salt and that he was very helpful in the Bible, but what the heck does he have to do with Hamentashen?
Very funny. No.
I was just being silly. It's a silly holiday.
Joy to the world, all the boys and girls now. Joy in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me, oh, joy to love. Oh, the boys and girls now, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me.
Chag Purim Sameach, Rabbi.
Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom to you,
Shabbat
Hazan.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hey, look, I found a use for
Hey, Uncle Adam, good job. I'm a Locky man myself. I pound those Lockies. Yep. Yeah, right?
Well done to you both.
Hi.
Thank you. Shabbat Shalom. See you in the morning. Serious Shabbat in the morning. Don't worry. We wouldn't have been able to do it without your family. See you in the morning.
Leave them, it's wonderful.
It's just not a changing out places.
No,
Oh, I see. The first is in that.
this is a great service.
Yeah.
And it really looks nice.
It does. It's
This
beautiful.
is a great service.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good. Really fun.
Good. I'm glad.
More often.
No.